back with Bobby and JJ Radio. We are very excited to have a new show partner, Mr. Rodney Twyford with National Property Inspections. Rodney, thanks for hanging out with us. Finally, we've been trying to get you in the studio for a long time now. He's our preferred inspector that we definitely recommend for all of our current and past clients. And, you know, when we're vetting a lot of people to be on our radio show and to be such involved with the radio show, I think when we met, it was just kind of like we're two peas in the pod talking about customer service for clientele.
Y'all had a moment for sure.
We did. It was like
I was very uncomfortable.
Yeah, there was birds. It was the first time I heard the Beatles. It was really nice.
I was talking. I felt like I wasn't even in the room.
You weren't there. Were you there?
Actually,
was he there, Rodney? I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. But let's talk about National Property Inspections. Tell us about the company. Tell us how you got into it. All that kind of stuff.
Well, actually, I had a house built, and so having a house built, you learned quite a bit of stuff.
Oh, I know.
And then bought a house after that. So really that's how I got into it, is just seeing the need for inspections,
Mm-hmm.
I grew up doing mechanic work, as a diesel technician.
Sure.
Over a period of time, it takes a toll on you physically, so you got to look and do something else. So
sure.
That's how I got into it. Got licensed in 2002. Been doing it ever since. I love it. It's never a dull moment. All kinds of stuff out there.
When did you become a part of National Property Inspections?
In 2006.
2006.
Yeah,
but you've been doing inspections now for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so that was right before 2008. So sorry about that. Yeah. But you got into National Property Inspections with the company in 2006.
Right.
Now, what drew you to the company?
Well, actually, I was installing a water softener in a home.
Gotcha.
And there was a National Property Inspections inspector there, and I was pointing out some stuff, and he was quite intrigued of what all I knew. He asked me if I was a licensed inspector. I said, yeah, I was doing this stuff also. And so I went to work for him and ended up buying the business from him. So bought the franchise.
So you bought it from under him then?
Right.
I gotcha. So, and what do you feel like separates, I mean, we're going to talk about this a lot because there's a lot of things that separate you guys. But talk about the company in general. Like, what do you guys feel that the industry as inspectors are doing, and what you guys are doing a little bit different?
Well, I mean, other than just evaluating everything in the house, I mean, you got hundreds of systems and components that you're evaluating and writing a report and everything.
Well, let's talk about that briefly. So, if I'm a buyer, what should I expect from an inspector to be looking at?
Well, I mean, you want to look
Everything.
at I mean, electrical, plumbing, HVAC. I mean, we're generalists in every area. We're not specialists other than, we're a licensed inspector, of course.
Sure.
But we're looking at everything.
Right.
So how long normally does an inspection take?
We like to block out at least 3 hours.
3 hours.
Sometimes they're 2 hours, sometimes they're 4 hours, but depends on the age of the home.
Yeah.
Size of the home, of course.
Because we always try to refer you because we know you, we trust you. But every once in a while, a buyer will call and find the best deal on earth and get a 30-minute inspection. And who knows what he got, right? So sometimes if you try to save $20-$30, you're actually hurting yourself at the end of the day.
Yeah, there's a difference to being in business to make money and being in business to provide a service.
Because you can't do an inspection in less than an hour. Shouldn't, right? You shouldn't.
A thorough one.
Oh, no, there's no way.
A thorough inspection. And so for a buyer that's kind of, watching this video or listening out there, they should expect at least, 2.5 to 4 hour inspection on any, even if it's a tiny house. That's what you should, because you're checking plumbing, every single light socket, every single
roofing, attic, foundation.
Yeah.
Everything that's accessible. I wouldn't say every single light socket or every but if it's accessible and we can do it in the span of 3 hours, then absolutely we're going to do it.
And that's going to take time.
Yeah, there are some companies out there that have multi-inspectors on one job, so they can knock more of them out during the day. But if you're just a one inspector,
Should a homeowner or the purchaser of the home, should he be there at the inspection?
The purchaser? Yeah, well, no, we encourage it.
You like
it? Yeah. The only thing we don't, to engage in conversation as we're doing the inspection, because we're not completely focused on what our job is if we're answering questions. So we go over everything at the end of the inspection, and if they have we always let them know, write it down or ask us briefly. But our job is to go through that home thoroughly, and that's what we want to stay focused on. But absolutely, we encourage them to be present.
How about the owner of the home, the person selling the home? That one's always a weird
Yeah,
one to me.
yeah.
Should
Then we're spending our time defending what we.
He's defending it.
Yeah.
I've noticed that either he's defending it,
Yeah.
or it's easier to negotiate because he saw
Yeah.
it firsthand that something's wrong with it.
Yeah, not only that, but the buyer wants to visualize himself in the property. You know, he wants that time. That's his time. So it's better
probably
if the
a bad
buyer,
idea.
So that seller, shouldn't be there.
But you do pre-inspections for listings, though.
We do,
Which is
pre-listing.
a little different than, it's the house is under contract. You've already negotiated price and terms, and then the buyer. That's different than a buyer's inspection, right? Talk about that a little bit, because that's pretty unique.
Yeah.
A lot of inspectors don't like to touch that with a 10-foot pole because they rather, once everything's done and
Right.
said with. But you have a pretty unique way of pre-inspecting it for listing agents
Right.
here in the San Antonio area. Talk about that.
Yeah, so I mean, the biggest reason why people don't like the pre-listing inspections is because the seller is now aware of everything, and
Right,
they
so in
have
the
to
state of
legally
Texas, they have to disclose it,
disclose
right.
all that stuff too. So it's generally, not looked at because of that. But I mean, full disclosure is very important.
For sure.
Here you've had the house inspected, so you're selling it with known conditions. So when your buyer comes in and they're wanting to buy the house and they have their own inspector come in and they have a list of all these items on the report, and then you have a pre-inspected report that has probably 90% or if not more of those items on it, well, you've priced the house based on that known knowledge already. So
Right.
it really does remove a lot of the negotiation.
Yeah.
And I think it can save a deal because you're able to make these repairs before you even put it on the market.
Correct.
So you can take care of all the major stuff before
Yeah.
another inspector comes in.
Yeah, once a home goes on, once it goes on the market.
No
then-
more brother-in-law work at that
Yeah,
point.
exactly. You have to hire licensed professionals. But if I can let them know, look, you got some GFCI outlets out, and if they have knowledge in electricity, they can, either call around and find the best economical deal to get all that stuff replaced. So yeah, it's a lot better for them to make their
So
home
you can save a
presentable.
lot of money just inspecting in advance.
And you can
Yeah.
save a lot of heartache and headaches for listing agents.
Right.
By just saying, hey, it's going to get inspected anyways, let's do it now.
Right. Plus, we put a warranty on it.
Now, I don't want to get into that yet. We're going to take a quick
Okay.
break. If there's a listing agent or a buyer's agent out there that wants to talk to you, what's the best way to get a hold of you, Rodney?
You can call us. Our office number is 210-520-5117. Or you can call me on my cell, 210-317-4767.
We'll take a quick break. Be right back with Bobby and JJ Radio.